This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Katie Weatherly.
Good morning and welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a glamping site? Well, one might be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbors, Jason and Julie Alexander, with Bentonville Bike Company. Jason and Julie, how's it going?
Great.
It's going great.
Well, we are excited to learn all about you and your business. So tell us about your company.
Well, right off the bat, we are the Bentonville Bike Camp. We exclusively really cater to the bike community that's coming here to this absolutely exploding bike community here in Bentonville. We've got 10.5 acres north of Bentonville, right before you go into Bella Vista. We do camping and we do glamping. We've got electric RV sites, and we've got dry camping sites as well.
Very cool. And how did you guys get into this business?
Well, we bought the property about 4 years ago and originally just had this idea. It was a really simple idea. We just need more camping in Bentonville, right? A lot of people are coming here because of mountain biking. So we kind of took this idea, put it online with a couple of different platforms, and it just took off. So organically, we've now built a couple different cabins. Glamping has gotten very popular. It's very simple, but it's great for a lot of people in the area. So we built more cabins, added more sites, and just organically grown over the last, 3 years.
Yeah. Honestly, Jason told me it was May after we moved here, and he said, let's put this on Hip Camp. And Hip Camp is a camping platform for property owners to allow people to come and camp on their property. And I thought that was a really interesting idea. And I said, okay, let's go for it. At the time, we just brought in a porta potty. And we had, maybe 8 sites at that time. And people came, they loved it. So from there, since then, we got flushable toilets now, much to everybody's delight. We have a couple showers. We have an outdoor shower. So we've pretty much taken all the money we make from it and just dump it right back into the campground. It's fun. It's fun meeting new people from all over. We've met people from Canada, of course, all the different states. We've had people just bike in, not even on a car, just biking from as far as California.
Yeah.
So it's been it's been a challenge in a lot of ways, but it's been a great challenge. It's been fun. And
yeah, we went from just this one little camp spot to now we're at the point of we've got over 20 sites and then 4 cabins, and we're at 900 or more reviews online. Oh, so it's really just taken off organically, and it's been just an amazing community that's come through here in our little location.
Yep.
Very cool. Well, what are some of the myths or misconceptions in your industry?
Ooh, it's a deep question. Glamping is kind of it's becoming trendy. It's glamorous camping, right? So for us, it's a small, simple cabin that is better than a tent. Some people want a luxurious tent, which is going to be far more expensive and over the top. So we kind of have this middle ground where it's still affordable, it's attractive, and it's simple for a lot of people that are coming here that don't want to have to put out a lot of money for an Airbnb, that they kind of don't, need all the items. So
I would say that is probably the biggest misconception. Like we had mentioned, we're on several different platforms. We are on Airbnb, and something that I see primarily from Airbnb, not so much from the camping platforms, but from Airbnb, we get a lot of people who kind of might have higher expectations, but they booked it because we are cheaper than your typical Airbnb that has, a kitchen, a bathroom, everything right there within the house. So not a lot of times, but we have had a few people who book based on price versus really what they're getting. I mean, glamping is an experience. And if you're not really for that experience, might not be for you. Like I said, you don't have all the amenities of a typical Airbnb. You have a comfortable bed, a warm or cool place to sleep, depending on the season. But if you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, you got to step out of your cabin and walk to the toilets. So I would say that's probably the biggest misconception that we have. Other than that, it's pretty streamlined. People come here maybe early on when we were on Hip Camp, we put ourselves on Google, which gained a lot of traffic for us. And we might have had a few people stop by thinking it was like your typical campground, like your typical cement pad, that style. But they honestly, anybody who had that expectation, I found that they quickly changed their mind and actually really enjoyed the experience. So. Yeah.
That's very cool. Well, we know that marketing is the heart of every business. Who are your target customers and how do you attract them?
Well, we were the #1 Hip Camp in 2025 for small campers and RVs. I'm sorry, vans and small campers is what I meant to say. So that's nationwide. So we were voted #1. And then the year before, in 2024, we were the #1 in Arkansas. And so our target audience would be small campers and vans, and ideally, mountain bikers. We're surrounded by hundreds of miles of trails and mountain biking. Predominantly, most of the people that come here leave straight from the property. They can ride into downtown Bentonville. They can go into Bella Vista, hit the Back 40 trail system. So, those are our people. We're mountain bikers. I grew up on bikes my whole life. So I love connecting with those types of people, families that are coming. They want to sit around the campfire. They want to, enjoy being outside all day. So that's our market. Those are our people. Mm-hmm. I mean, anybody can come. We love you all. Yeah. But that's who's coming. And that's why we built what we built. And that's why we connect so well, I think, with our campers.
Yeah, I would say probably upwards of like 96-97% of people who show up with a bike. You don't have to. I've had people reach out to me and be like, can I stay there if I'm not biking? And I'm like, oh, absolutely. I mean, people still like to go see Crystal Bridges and all the other attractions that are here as well. So but yeah, like Jason mentioned, a very large percentage is mountain bikers. It's very nice around here. It's great as a property owner too, because you could have a campground full of people, but you look out at 1:00 in the afternoon and it's bare because everybody's gone. Everybody's out having a good time riding and doing all that. It's not a party place. We've never really had any issues with people staying up too late, people being too loud. Everybody comes back in there, they might have a beer or two, but they're tired and they're getting ready to get up the next morning and do it all again. So it's a really chill place. People meeting other people frequently. We get to look out our kitchen window and see campers from different sites, collaborating on what trails they're hitting that day and so forth. So great energy here.
Yeah, can't beat it.
Yeah.
Well, have the two of you ever considered doing your own podcast?
I jokingly all the time come up with a million ideas, and I always say that I would love to have like a camper podcast here on site because I'm always meeting different people. We're always around the big campfire, and sometimes there's 30, 40 people or more, and these are people I've met for the first time, and their stories are all different. So I would say absolutely. I love to chat, and I always joke about having all these ideas. I guess it would just be breaking it down. Where do you start? And how to go from there.
Jason's the chatty one.
Yeah, I'll talk. When you get on the right topics, I'll talk your head off all day.
Well, outside of work, what do you guys like to do for fun?
We've got 2 boys we're raising, so they consume a lot of our time. But you'll catch me on the trails. Me and my 2 sons, they're 10 and 11. When I get off work, I'm out riding on the trails with them. We're on the river all summer, paddle boarding. We pretty much like to live outside.
I'm in the fitness industry as well. So we're both into fitness. Every day we're doing something, some sort of workout, some sort of trail run, spin class, etc. So that's something too that we want to incorporate into the campground. We're looking to do that this year. Is build out a gym for the campers to use as well.
Yep.
So, and also kind of maybe host more events, maybe wellness events and so forth. So yeah, the boys definitely keep us busy. We got a couple dogs. You mentioned you had a dog. They take some of your time as well, So Jason got me a big, Great Pyrenean dog. His name is Zeus. So people around the campground see him as well. And he's 2 years old now, but he still requires a lot of attention.
Yes.
To burn off that energy, we're out running trails with him and so forth. So, yeah.
Well, Julie and Jason, please tell our listeners the one thing they should remember about Bentonville Bike Camp.
Oh, I would say that especially if you're local, we have a lot of local people who are like, I want to try out my new camper. I want, this will be our maiden voyage, but we don't want to go too far. And absolutely come and stay with us for a couple nights. Try out your rig once it's, the winter's over and you need to make sure everything's working properly. Come and see us. Bring your kiddos out. Let's stay in a glamping unit. It's like a little retreat away from home, and you still get to enjoy everything Bentonville has to offer. It's still right around the corner from the trails. And I'd say if you have friends, family coming to visit, send them our way. We'd love to have them.
And first and foremost, we are the heart and soul of this little place that we're growing. And Julie runs this with all her heart. All the communication is with Julie. So you're not dealing with, some third party, answer machine or something. It's always Julie. We definitely pour our heart and soul into every little thing that we're doing and everything that we have coming with the gym that we were talking about, a general store. We have more cabins that we're wanting to build. So we're really wanting to dive deep into providing the best experience that we can as we kind of grow this little, it's country feeling out here, but we're 10 minutes to the backside of downtown Bentonville. So we're just an escape away from the city, but it feels like country, which has really been great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how can our listeners learn more about Bentonville Bike Camp?
You can follow us on Instagram at Bentonville Bike Camp. I try and stay fairly active. You can see visuals of what our cabins look like, what our location looks like. You can Google, Bentonville camping. We pop up Bentonville Bike Camp. That'll show or show the location. And then BentonvilleBikeCamp.com, is really where you would go to book and find out more information and connect with us. So we're on Facebook as well. Once again, Bentonville Bike Camp on Facebook.
Yeah, and you're welcome. If you just Google us, you'll find my phone number. Give me a call. I'll be happy to help as far as if you have any events, if you have any questions in general, I'll be happy to help. I take phone calls all day long. So.
All right. Well, Jason and Julie, I really appreciate you being on the show. We wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Katie.
Yes.